Imagine you're driving down a long, lonely highway. You've got your favorite music on, the windows are down, and you're just cruising. Up ahead, you see a car pulled over on the shoulder, looking pretty beat up. Someone's lying on the ground next to it, clearly hurt. What do you do? This is pretty much what happened in a story Jesus told a long time ago. A man was traveling on a dangerous road from Jerusalem to Jericho. It was a winding, desolate path, perfect for an ambush, and that's exactly what happened. Robbers jumped him, took everything he had, beat him up, and left him for dead on the side of the road a little while later. A very respectable person comes walking down that same road. Let's call him a community leader, a guy everyone looked up to. He sees the injured man. You'd think he'd stop, right? But he doesn't. He actually crosses to the other side of the road and keeps walking. Maybe he was in a hurry. Maybe he was scared. We don't know for sure, but he didn't help then. Another important person comes along. This guy was a religious assistant, someone who worked in the local place of worship. He also sees the man lying there, hurt and helpless. And what does he do? The exact same thing. He walks right on by on the other side. So people, both in positions of respect and trust, chose to do nothing. It's easy to judge them, but let's be honest. How many times have we seen someone in need and just kept scrolling or walking, thinking, someone else will help? It's a tough question to ask ourselves. Now, for the unexpected part of the story. A third person comes down the road. This man was a Samaritan. Now back then, Samaritans and Jews did not get along at all. There was a lot of history, a lot of prejudice. To put it in modern terms, they were from rival neighborhoods, rival countries, you name it. They were seen as complete outsiders. So when this Samaritan saw the injured Jewish man, nobody would have expected him to stop. He had every reason, according to the culture of the day, to just keep going. But he didn't. The story says his heart was filled with compassion. He didn't see an enemy. He saw a human being in desperate need. He got off his donkey, went straight to the man, and started to care for his wounds. He used his own supplies, his own oil and wine, to clean and bandage him. This wasn't just a quick, hey, you okay? And a phone call to 911. This was personal. He gently lifted the man onto his own animal and walked beside him all the way to the nearest town. He didn't stop there. He took him to an inn, basically a motel, and stayed with him through the night, making sure he was stable. The next morning, before he left, he gave the innkeeper the silver coins that's like more than a full day's wages and said, "Take care of him. If it costs more, I'll pay you back when I return." He didn't just help in the moment. He made sure the man would be cared for long term. He paid for it out of his own pocket, for a complete stranger, someone who society said he should hate. At the end of the story, Jesus asks a simple question. Which of these three men was a real neighbor to the man who was attacked? The answer was obvious. It wasn't about who lived next door, or who shared your beliefs, or who was from your hometown. The real neighbor was the one who showed mercy. The story isn't just about a random act of kindness. It's a challenge. It asks us to look past our differences, our schedules, our fears, and our prejudices. It asks us who is our neighbor, and the answer is anyone who needs our help. The person you disagree with online, the stranger on the street, the coworker having a bad day. Compassion doesn't have boundaries, so next time you see that car on the side of the road, what will you do? Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more stories that make you think. See you next time.